Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a spectacular FIFA World Cup 2026 showdown here at the magnificent Boston Stadium. The atmosphere is absolutely electric tonight. More than 68,000 passionate fans have packed every corner of the stadium, creating a sea of blue, red, and white. The weather couldn't be much better for football, with a comfortable temperature of around 24 degrees Celsius, a gentle breeze drifting across the pitch, and perfect conditions for 90 minutes of world-class action. Tonight, France arrive as overwhelming favorites. The former world champions have already demonstrated why they are among the strongest contenders for another World Cup crown. With explosive attacking talent led by Kylian Mbappe, the creativity of Michael Olise, and the incredible form of Ousmane Dembele, Les Bleus have looked almost unstoppable throughout the group stage. Standing opposite them is a determined Norwegian side eager to spoil the party. Norway may not carry the same reputation, but they possess dangerous attacking weapons of their own, including Jørgen Strand Larsen, Andreas Schjelderup, and the exciting Oscar Bob. One moment of brilliance is all it takes to change the course of a World Cup match. Here are a few interesting numbers before kickoff. France have scored freely throughout the tournament while maintaining one of the most balanced attacks in the competition. Norway, meanwhile, have shown tremendous fighting spirit, refusing to give up even against stronger opponents. Whenever these two sides push forward, goals usually follow. One player everyone will be watching is Kylian Mbappe. Every time he touches the ball, defenders suddenly discover they can run much faster than they thought. Somewhere in the Norway dressing room, the defenders were probably asking if speed limits apply on football pitches. And don't forget Ousmane Dembele. If he finds space tonight, the scoreboard operator may need to stretch before kickoff. The crowd is on its feet. The national anthems have echoed around Boston Stadium. The final handshakes are complete. The referee checks both assistants. One final whistle. And we are ready for another unforgettable night of FIFA World Cup football. The first minute. Boston Stadium barely has time to settle before fireworks almost explode. France waste absolutely no time announcing their intentions. Kylian Mbappe bursts through on the right like someone accidentally pressed the fast-forward button. He unleashes a thunderbolt that crashes against the underside of the crossbar. The entire stadium gasps in perfect harmony. Norway survive, but only just. If that ball had dipped a centimeter lower, we'd already be talking about goal of the tournament. The warning sirens are officially activated. The third minute, Norway finally managed their first promising attack as Andreas Schjelderup sneaks into the French penalty area. Just when it looks dangerous, the French defense calmly steps in with a perfectly timed tackle. France may have smiled politely, but they've made it very clear that this is their house tonight. The fifth minute. The pressure keeps building. Manu Cohn drives into the box and forces Egil Selvik into another excellent save. France immediately recycle possession and earn a corner. The short routine almost catches Norway sleeping before Desire Doue sends a harmless effort toward goal. Norway's goalkeeper is already warming every muscle in his body. At this rate, Selvik may need overtime pay. The seventh minute. And there it is. Ousmane Dembele says, enough practice shots. Mbappe sprays an absolutely delicious diagonal pass toward the right wing. Dembele collects it, dances inside with lightning feet, leaves two defenders wondering where he disappeared, then absolutely smashes a right-footed rocket across Selvik. The goalkeeper never even had a chance to admire it. France lead 1-0. Ladies and gentlemen, the tournament favorites have officially switched into attack mode. The 9th minute. France smell blood. Every French attack carries danger. Norway barely managed to string 3 passes together before another wave of blue shirts comes charging forward. Commentator: this is football played at express train speed. Norway haven't even unpacked their tactical plan yet. The 10th minute. Patrick Berg finally loses patience. Michael Olise glides past him with beautiful control, forcing Berg into an obvious tug. Yellow card. No arguments. Sometimes stopping the artist means accepting the booking. The 12th minute. Norway attempt to respond. Christian Thorstvedt sends a gentle effort straight into Mike Maignan's gloves. At the other end, France instantly remind everyone who's controlling the evening. Theo Hernandez delivers a dangerous cross. Mbappe intelligently knocks it back across goal. Nobody arrives. Seconds later, Michael Olise tries his luck again, only for Norway to desperately throw bodies into the shooting lane. France aren't just attacking, they're surrounding Norway. The 14th minute. What a miss. Norway suddenly produced their best moves so far. Patrick Berg swings a dangerous free kick into the area. France cleared. Arsnes immediately recycles possession. A brilliant cross arrives. Jørgen Strand Larsen controls it beautifully with one touch. The crowd rises. The shot comes. Wide. Oh my goodness. You simply have to hit the target from there. France breathe again. Norway have just let a golden opportunity slip away. The 16th minute. Dembele races down the right flank once again. The assistant referee quickly raises the flag. Offside. For Norway. That's probably the easiest way to stop him tonight. The 18th minute. Mbappe continues hunting. He cuts inside from the left with terrifying acceleration before firing low toward the far corner. Selvik reacts brilliantly with his legs. Another huge save. Norway's goalkeeper is keeping this match alive almost single-handedly. Without him, this scoreline might already be getting uncomfortable. The 20th minute. Go. He's done it again. Mbappe refuses to give up, despite Thelo Aasgaard pulling at his shirt. Referee Michael Oliver wisely waves play on. The advantage works perfectly. Mbappe slips the ball into Dembele's path. Dembele cuts inside, looks up, bends a magnificent left-footed strike into the bottom corner from outside the box. Absolutely sensational. No goalkeeper on earth was saving that. France 2, Norway 0. Someone check if Dembele remembered to switch off career mode, because right now, he's playing like the controller belongs only to him. The 21st minute. Wait, not so fast. Norway answer immediately. Straight from the restart, Andreas Schjelderup threads a beautiful pass into Thelo Aasgaard. One quick shimmy, one perfectly placed finish. Bottom corner. Game on. France still lead 2-1. But Norway have reminded everyone they didn't travel to Boston simply for sightseeing. The 23rd minute. Now this match has become absolutely wild. France immediately surge forward again, winning consecutive corners. Neither produces a goal. Theo Hernandez eventually launches an ambitious effort high into the crowd. The fans don't even mind. They're witnessing one of the most entertaining opening 20 minutes of the tournament. The 25th minute. Hydration break. Players finally get permission to breathe. Commentator. If the first 25 minutes were a movie trailer, I'd already buy tickets for the sequel. France remain comfortably in control overall, but Norway have shown just enough quality to keep everyone glued to their seats. The stage is perfectly set. And somehow, it still feels like the best is yet to come. The 27th minute. Play resumes. And everyone in Boston is wondering the same thing. Will this calm down? Answer, absolutely not. France are still moving the ball with confidence. But Norway now have belief. That Aasgaard goal has given them oxygen, energy, and possibly a dangerous amount of hope. The 29th minute. Beautiful football from Norway. Aasgaard produces a clever backheel into Schjelderup's path. Schjelderup drives low into the area, trying to find Strand Larsen. For one dramatic second, the French box turns into a panic room, but Maignan reacts quickly and smothers the danger. That is proper goalkeeper awareness. The 31st minute. Aasgaard's goal has extra historical shine. He becomes the first Rangers player to score at a World Cup since Brian Laudrup for Denmark against Brazil in 1998. Not a bad name to follow, not a bad moment to choose. The 32nd minute. Go! Hat trick for Dembele. Unbelievable. Chouameni fires the ball into Dembele's feet. Norway's defenders hesitate. Should they press him? Should they stand off? Should they call emergency services? Too late. Dembele bends another stunning left-footed finish into the bottom left corner. France lead 3-1. 3 goals, 32 minutes. One man turning Boston Stadium into his personal art gallery. The 34th minute. A statistic arrives to confirm what everyone has just witnessed. Dembele has scored the second earliest hat trick in World Cup history, after Austria's Erich Probst in 1954. That is not just good. That is football history wearing French perfume. The 36th minute. Norway win a free kick in a central position. Patrick Berg clips the delivery toward the left side of the area. France deal with it calmly, after the chaos of the opening half hour. This feels like someone briefly turned the volume down from earthquake to normal football match. The 38th minute. France look for Mbappe down the right. The idea is clever. The execution is just slightly off. Mbappe cannot quite bring it under control. And Norway finally get a tiny pause from the storm. Tiny. Very tiny. The 40th minute. The match enters its quietest spell. And honestly, after what we've seen so far, even the ball might need a short holiday. France are controlling possession. Norway are trying to stay compact. The crowd is still buzzing, because everyone knows another explosion could arrive at any second. The 42nd minute. Oh-huh, what a moment. Felchner underhits a back pass terribly. Doue reads it instantly and pounces like a striker who smelled free dessert. He races toward goal, but Selvik comes flying out and wins the ball brilliantly. That is outstanding goalkeeping. Norway's defenders owe him dinner, maybe 2 dinners. The 44th minute. The pace rises again. Norway win a corner. Aasgaard heads the delivery into a dangerous area. Upamecano reacts superbly and clears. France counter quickly. Dembele tries to pick out a teammate, but this time Norway escape. For commentators, this is the moment to raise the voice. And to end. One mistake here and the scoreboard changes again. The 45th minute. Cone is slipped into the area and has a real chance. Instead of lifting the ball over Selvik, he tries to go around the goalkeeper. Selvik stands firm and denies him. Another huge intervention. 5 minutes of added time are announced. Norway are hanging on like someone holding an umbrella in a hurricane. The 45+2nd minute. Mbappe jinks inside from the left. Sharp and dangerous again. He finds Olise on the edge of the box. Olise strikes powerfully. Over the bar. France are still pushing, still hunting, still refusing to let Norway relax for even one clean breath. The 45+4th minute. France slow things down with calm possession. No need to force it now. They know the first half has already done serious damage. Norway chase shadows. France play keep ball. Boston watches a team that knows exactly how to manage chaos. The 45+5th minute. Halftime. France 3-1 Norway. Or maybe we should say, Dembele 3-1 Norway. What a first half. Mbappe hit the bar inside the opening minute, assisted the first 2 goals, and looked dangerous throughout. Aasgaard gave Norway hope with a brilliant response. But Dembele has stolen the spotlight, locked it in a suitcase, and carried it straight into World Cup history. This match is far from over, but France have one hand firmly on top spot in Group 1. The 46th minute. The second half begins with fresh legs for Norway. Morten Thorsby replaces Christian Thorstvedt. Marcus Pedersen also comes on for Fredrik Bjorken after a difficult opening 45 minutes. Stale Solbakken clearly isn't waving the white flag just yet. 3 goals behind. Time to roll the tactical dice. The 48th minute. Penalty to Norway. Now this changes everything. Oscar Bob dances into the French penalty area with dazzling footwork, twisting Theo Hernandez inside out before the defender clips his legs. Michael Oliver points straight to the spot without hesitation. Norway suddenly have the biggest opportunity imaginable. The crowd holds its breath. Commentator, this could completely rewrite the story of the second half. The 50th minute. Save. Mike Maignan says, not today. Jorgen Strand Larsen walks up confidently, stutters, rolls a weak effort toward the bottom corner. Maignan calmly dives left and gathers it like he's picking up groceries. That is an absolutely dreadful penalty. Norway cannot believe what they've just wasted. France celebrate almost like they've scored themselves. Sometimes a save hurts even more than a goal. The 52nd minute. France nearly punish Norway immediately. Mbappe almost races through on goal again. Selvik reacts brilliantly off his line and claims the ball before disaster strikes. Norway have escaped twice inside 2 minutes. Their goalkeeper refuses to surrender. The 54th minute. History joins the conversation. Mike Maignan becomes the first French goalkeeper to save a World Cup penalty during normal play since Joel Batz denied Zico back in 1986. Not bad company. Not bad timing either. That save might prove every bit as valuable as another French goal. The 55th minute. Norway refuse to disappear. They win another corner. Patrick Berg delivers beautifully toward the near post. Thelo Aasgaard gets there first. His flicked header drifts agonizingly wide. Another chance. Another sigh. France continues surviving every Norwegian push. The 57th minute. Mbappe tests his luck from long distance. The strike flies comfortably over. Play suddenly pauses as Selvik receives treatment. The Norwegian goalkeeper has spent most of tonight working overtime. Nobody could blame him for requesting a coffee break. The 59th minute. The match resumes. Selvik is fit enough to continue. Norway still have work to do. France still hold all the cards. But football has a funny habit. One goal can make everyone nervous. The 61st minute. France earn a dangerous free kick around 30 yards from goal after Doue is brought down. Olise delivers a teasing cross toward the far post. Maxence Lacroix stretches every muscle, side foots toward goal. Into the side netting. So close. The French defenders almost joined the score sheet. The 63rd minute. Mbappe continues terrorizing defenders. He charges down the left once more, cuts inside and fires. Norway throw another body in the way. Blocked. The captain may not have scored tonight, but every touch feels like a warning. The 65th minute. France make changes. Michael Olise leaves the field to warm applause. Rayan Cherki enters. Then comes another standing ovation. Ousmane Dembele's evening is over. 3 goals, a hat trick, a match ball, an unforgettable performance. Bradley Barcola replaces the man of the hour. Commentator, if you're going to leave the pitch, that's probably the perfect way to do it. The 60th minute. Norway answer with another substitution. Henrik Falconer makes way for Sondre Klingen Langas. Fresh legs are desperately needed. Fresh miracles would also help. The 68th minute. Hydration break. France remain comfortably ahead. The statistics tell an interesting story. France have produced more shots on target, more control. Norway actually edged the expected goals thanks to that missed penalty. But expected goals don't count. Actual goals do. And France lead by 2. The 70th minute. The commentators run through the numbers. France's win probability is enormous. Norway's hopes are shrinking by the minute. But as every football fan knows, one crazy moment can change everything. That's why nobody dares switch channels. The 72nd minute. What a chance for Norway. Aasgaard slices open the French defense with a sensational through ball. Oscar Bob races clear. Shoots. Straight at Maignan. He simply took one touch too many. France survive again. That may have been Norway's last realistic route back into the contest. The 74th minute. Chouameni arrives just a fraction late on Aasgaard. Yellow card. A fair decision. The Real Madrid midfielder knows it immediately. Sometimes stopping the counterattack is worth the booking. The 76th minute. Another French substitution. Dayot Upamecano's work is complete. Ibrahima Konate takes over in central defense. Fresh energy. Fresh concentration. France are thinking ahead to the knockout rounds while still finishing the job tonight. The 78th minute. Norway refused to quit. Patrick Berg intercepts a loose French pass and immediately lets fly from distance. The effort crashes into a blue wall before it can trouble Maignan. The intent is there. The execution, not quite enough. The 80th minute. Barcola immediately shows fresh energy down the left wing. He bursts past his marker before firing a dangerous cutback across the penalty area. Selvik gets a helping hand from his defenders as the ball is turned behind for a corner. France take it short. Nothing comes of it. Even so, the pressure never completely disappears. The 82nd minute. A rare moment of uncertainty for France. Koundé and Konate miscommunicate while dealing with a routine ball. Suddenly, Norway have a corner. Boston Stadium senses one last opportunity. The 83rd minute. Norway make 2 more substitutions. Antonio Nusa replaces Oscar Bob. Jens Petter Hauge comes on for Andreas Schjelderup. Fresh attacking legs. One final attempt to inject life into the closing stages. Commentator. Norway are throwing every remaining card onto the table. The 84th minute. Patrick Berg swings another inviting corner into the French penalty area. Blue shirts rise confidently. The clearance is simple. France have looked incredibly composed whenever Norway have delivered from set pieces. No panic, no drama, just experience. The 86th minute. The tempo slows considerably. France are no longer chasing another goal. They're chasing the final whistle. Mbappe stands almost alone high up the field while the midfield calmly circulates possession. Commentator. This is tournament football at its smartest. You don't have to entertain every second. You just have to win. The 87th minute. 2 final French substitutions. Kylian Mbappe receives a warm standing ovation as Jean-Philippe Mateta replaces him. No goal tonight for the French captain, but 2 assists, endless movement, and constant danger tell the full story. Moments later, Malo Gusto replaces Jules Koundé at right back. Fresh legs for the final minutes. The 89th minute. Some Norway supporters continue singing proudly. Some French fans begin celebrating early. A few spectators quietly make their way toward the exits. They know exactly how this story is ending. France are minutes away from another perfect group stage campaign. The 90th minute. 5 additional minutes are announced. Norway have one last chance to rescue some pride. France have 5 more minutes to finish the evening in style. The 90-plus second minute. Theo Hernandez charges forward with space opening ahead of him. He decides to shoot. Unfortunately, the ball takes a direct flight toward the night sky above Boston. Somewhere, a souvenir hunter may have just caught the easiest football of the evening. The 90-plus 4th minute. Goal! France strike one last time. Bradley Barcola delivers an absolutely gorgeous cross from the left. It hangs in the air with perfect timing. Desire Doue rises between the defenders, guides a superb header into the top corner. Selvik can only watch. Game over. France 4, Norway 1. The substitutes combine brilliantly to put the icing on an already spectacular French performance. Commentator. One final masterpiece. France have saved the dessert until the very last bite. The 90-plus 5th minute. Full time. France finished the group stage exactly as title contenders should. Professional, clinical, relentless. Ousmane Dembele walks away with the match ball after a breathtaking first-half hat trick that completely changed the contest. Mbappe may not have scored, but his influence was enormous from the opening whistle until his substitution. Norway can leave Boston with heads held reasonably high despite the heavy defeat. Their attacking moments showed promise. Aasgaard produced an excellent goal, and Selvik prevented the scoreline from becoming even more painful. But tonight belonged to France. 3 victories from 3 matches, top of Group 1, confidence soaring. The road to World Cup glory continues. And if Dembele keeps producing performances like this, every remaining defender in the tournament may already be losing sleep. Thank you so much for watching this thrilling FIFA World Cup 2026 match between France and Norway. What a performance from France. Powerful, clinical, and full of quality from start to finish. Ousmane Dembele stole the show with a sensational first-half hat trick, while Kylian Mbappe may not have scored, but still caused chaos every time he touched the ball. Norway fought bravely, with Thelo Aasgaard giving them hope and Mike Maignan's penalty save becoming one of the key moments of the night. In the end, France secured a convincing 4-1 victory, finished top of Group 1, and continued their perfect run in the tournament. If you enjoyed this match commentary, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you won't miss the next exciting World Cup 2026 match report. See you in the next video.